2 transfers from Auburn on this South Alabama team, a team that's got a lot of transfers. Of the 9 players that see most of the action, 8 of them transferred into the Jaguar program as the Cajuns come away with the scramble on the first tip, and Trajan Wesley getting the start at the point spot, looking for somebody to give it up already. Julian on the drive inside and gets started early tonight. Kobe Julian's had some big games for this team recently.
Yeah, comes in averaging 11-point game, and he's one of the guys out on the perimeter that can take over for this game. I know Coach Marlin's waiting for him to explode and to have a big night offensively. Tonight may be the night.
Down low and a nice pass inside from Marshall Kering. And Charles Manning with his early first bucket.
Nice back screen that time, getting you the leading scorer around the basket, 17.5 a game, and he's off to an early start.
Akuba touches it for the first time in a little over a week and gets the turnaround basket to go. Akuba missed both of the games in Texas, out with COVID protocols.
A little bit of a size advantage there, 6'11" on Kering at 6'9", and he's able to muscle his way to the basket and use the glass for 2 for Akuba.
Franklin goes into corner to Gonsalves, working back across South Alabama, trying to quickly move the ball around. Gonsalves with the 3-pointer and hits it. This is a guy that's taken way more 3-pointers than anybody else on the Jaguar team, and he nailed that one.
And he's only shot 5 free throws this year, so don't look for him to go to the basket. He's going to sit outside that arc and let him fly.
Turnover by the Cajuns right in front of the South Alabama bench, and it will be Jaguar ball. Just underway at the Cajun Dome in the meeting of 2 long-time Sun Belt Conference rivals, and the only time these teams will play this year. Down low and inside, a kick-out pass again, looking for Gonsalves. Manning gives it up. Ball's going to be poked out of bounds. It will stay with the Jags with 13 seconds on the shot clock.
Nice hands by Wesley. Right, he comes from behind, knocks it away. Digging into the lane instead of staying outside with his man. A little help inside. Nice play by Wesley in the defensive end.
Franklin looked like he had a path to the basket, if not a knockaway. Drive into the lane, kick out pass goes to Manning. He'll launch the 3 ball. That's no good. Akuba comes away with the rebound. 2 very active teams so far in this one.
No doubt. Good closeout that time by Greg Williams Jr. as he gets his hand up without fouling, makes it a tough shot, and he misses.
Jordan Brown with the lefty. So both of the Cajun Twin Towers on the scoreboard early.
Love to see that. I'm sure that's a point of emphasis for Coach Marlin this week. You got both of those big guys in there right now. Get him the basketball and let him score.
Manning gives it up to Keurig. He'll launch the jumper. That's no good. Julian comes away with the rebound.
Probably not the shot Coach Riley wants. He'd rather get something inside or something for a better shooter. But Louisiana cleans it up. A great rebounding team.
Williams has the pass knocked away inside. Second turnover already for Louisiana. They average about 16 turnovers per game this year. Jags trying to make it count. Inside jumper, a little teardrop by J.J. Chandler, comes up short. Long pass down court. Over the head of Akuba. That's hard to do.
That's exactly right. Akuba didn't block that shot on the other end, but he definitely disrupted it, not allowing them to score. And Wesley trying to push, get it inside to one of his bigs, just a little bit too high for Akuba. 3
turnovers already for Louisiana.
Oh, that's offensive.
On the drive was Chandler. He picks up his first team foul on either team. First turnover for the Jags, and you see the little push off, and Wesley did his part with the extra sprawl on the floor.
You got to sell it, Dan. You got to sell it. Great defense by Wesley. Great lateral movement there. He's able to cut off the driver and take the charge.
Julian gives to Akuba way outside. He'll go to Brown. Turn around with the left hand up and good.
That's tough.
Brown with 4 early points, picking up right where he left off. 18 points, 16 rebounds against Texas State on Saturday.
And bringing Akuba out brings his 6'9" man that's guarding him, Keurig, out there, so he can't help. A nice pass to Akuba and a great finish by Brown.
Manning gets a screen, gives it back to Keurig. Jumper on the baseline, in and out, no good, tough break. But a good offensive rebound that time by Franklin, and he draws the foul. Franklin's a big guy, 6'7", 220, transferred from Auburn, native of Little Rock.
Yeah, much better offense that time. I'm sure Coach Riley much happier with that offense, is getting the ball inside and forcing some help. And even though they did not score, they forced enough help to get that offensive rebound. Now they're going to shoot two. Here's Franklin at the line.
63% free throw shooter this year. Gets the first one to go. He's coming off a 19-point performance, along with 12 rebounds against Georgia Southern on Saturday. The Jags beat Georgia Southern 73-67 at home. Game that wasn't as close as that final score might indicate. Both free throws up and good. Franklin's got his first 2 points.
Kearing heads to the bench, bring in Lance Thompson, number 1, another 6'9" forward, maybe to give a little more defense as he's going to guard Akuba.
Williams gives it up to Brown. Back to Wesley as he'll try to set up the offense. And a
great school, great facilities down there with a nice gym, and he did a nice job over there. Now he's with the Jags in the Sun Belt.
Coached at 7 different schools as an assistant before taking the job at South Alabama. Inside, ball gets batted around. People on the court tried to tap it up and in as Duguay. Finally, Jordan Brown wins the battle. Wow.
Duguay into the game, battling on the offensive glass, keeping it alive, unable to finish, but Jordan Brown, give him too many chances. He's going to put it in the basket.
Brown's got 6 early. Franklin outside. Turn around, handoff, and now putting it out for the 3-ball. Put up by Chandler. That's not there. And a foul's going to be called on the rebound, as the Cajuns also have Kentrell Garnett, who has checked into the game.
Kentrell comes in. Started a few games for Louisiana this year. 5th leading scorer, actually tied with Greg Williams at 7.5 a game, and the newly scholarship. We can't call him a walk-on anymore. We can call him a former walk-on, but Coach Marling rewarding all of his work and awarding that young man a scholarship. So congratulations to Kentrell Garnett for that accomplishment.
Yep, that happened 10 days ago on January 10th, just in time to start the spring semester. As they'll go down low. Gay with the turnaround. Tough shot. Not there. Well defended that time. Lance Thomas was there, and he's got a long wingspan. Drive inside. Little teardrop shot put up by Manning. He runs down his own rebound and goes out of bounds, and it will go to the Cajuns.
Manning in attack mode. He's trying to get all the way to the basket. He's quick enough and can definitely get off the floor, knock down threes, and finish around the rim. So Louisiana paying a lot of attention to him. Nothing easy for him early.
Wesley goes on the drive, kicks it to Julian. His 3-ball is off the iron, no good. Brown gets the open shot again, though. It's the offensive rebound fell in his lap, and he took advantage.
Man, poked it away, comes up with it. 8 points so far for Jordan Brown, and this guy has been as advertised for Coach Marlin's club this year.
Hand off to Franklin. He'll kick it outside. Another 3-ball put up by Gonzalez. Brown with the rebound. Tried to hit the streaking Julian, but it gets knocked away. The Jags come up with it with what amounts to a second chance point. Boy, Manning is so quick when he takes it inside the lane as he draws the foul here.
You can see the quickness and athleticism. He's 6'4" now, going up against Trajan Wesley that time at 5'9", as Akuba comes back in and Jordan Brown will get a blow.
Good look by Manning, trying to get it inside. He had Javon Franklin breaking to the basket.
Yeah, he forced that help from Brown, but unable to get it to him.
Manning will stop and take the jumper and hit it. Charles Manning, the senior from Riverhead, New York, spent a couple of years at LSU. Averaging 17.5. That leads the Sun Belt Conference.
Coach Riley seeing the mismatch right there. Bigger player, just throw it to him, clear out that side. He's able to knock down the jumper over Trajan Wesley.
Gay has it out front. He will leave it for Wesley. Wesley, though, will take it inside. Can't get it to go, but Gay with the putback. Coming in the paint.
Here's a little full-court pressure now by Louisiana. Coach Morris also feels like they've got more depth on the bench, so looking to play a little up-tempo.
Michael Thomas has checked in at one of the guard spots for the Cajuns. Tyrell Jones checks in for South Alabama. First time Jones has played since the second game of the year. He's fought some really tough injuries, but back in the lineup, and the Jags are happy to see him back.
Louisiana in a 2-3 zone after the full court pressure.
Long three ball is put up by Manning. Knocked away for a second. Gay comes away with the loose ball.
And that's what you want to force in that zone. Make them make some tough shots from deep.
Julian with the teardrop shot. Not there this time. Jags come away with the rebound. Manning with a tough pass, but he gets it in the hands of Alex Anderson. Anderson gets his shot blocked, but it's saved by the Jags. And a second chance for South Alabama. Drive inside. Tough shot put up by Franklin. Under serious defense, Cajuns come away with the rebound.
Well, they are in attack mode, attacking the basket. Tried a three-pointer against that zone. Not able to knock it down. In the last couple of possessions, straight to the rim.
Thomas, who also missed both games last week, running the point. Garnett with the three ball. That's not there. Franklin has the rebound.
Great contest by Jones against Garnett there. And good defense here on the other end for Louisiana as they are back in the zone. You see the two guards at the top and the bigs across the bottom in a 2-3 matchup zone.
Tyrell Jones, junior from Chicago, Auburn transfer. Three ball by Manning is offline that time again. Gay comes away with the rebound. Jags are only 1 out of 6 outside the arc right now. Drive inside. Akuba thought he had the easy one. Manning blocked it away. Going the other way. Tough shot as Garnett comes away with it. Manning at the 6'4 guard, actually second on this team in block shots. A lot of success in 12 years. 5-1 at home this year is his team, trying to win their second Sun Belt Conference home game. Michael Thomas running the point. He'll drive inside in the land of the Giants, put up a tough shot and get it to go. The freshman from Lake Charles and Hamilton Christian. Only 4 for 18 from the field this year, but no hesitation that time.
No, he was determined to get to the rim, gets to a pretty good spot and makes a nice shot over the bigger defender.
Franklin thought about the shot inside. Now the Jags will set it up. They'll put it back into the hands of Jones. He will run the point, and Jaguar fans are so happy to see Tyrell Jones back in action. And the foul's going to be called on the drive as Chandler is going to draw the foul. I think Duguay will pick up his first. Third team foul on the Cajuns.
Louisiana still in that zone, and that time Duguay closed out on a quick guard, and he was able to get a step on him, and Duguay with the foul. He'll head to the bench after some good minutes. Jordan Brown back in.
Chandler on the inbounds, tries to drive the baseline, gets cut off. It gets back out into the hands of Jones, almost knocked away. Look inside, Deontay Smith, and a nice leave down low. Javon Franklin with his first basket. Franklin shoots 69% on the season so far from the field. Of course, if you shoot from right there, you should make a high percentage.
You can see the athleticism right there as he bounces off the floor. Now good defense by South Al as they stay in that man-to-man defense.
Akuba with the tough shot off glass, but he's going to draw the foul and go to the line as I think they hit Deontay Smith. Smith's first foul, the product of transfer from TCU, came out of Fort Walton Beach.
Nice catch that time by Akuba, but having to go so deep, he was a little too low to use the backboard. Actually shot that one with his left hand and draws the foul.
61% free throw shooter this year is Akuba. Did not play those last 2 games. Had a big game though against South Alabama in last year's conference tournament. 19 points and 14 rebounds.
Big time player, I know. Cajun Dome here, happy to see him back as Jalen Dalcourt checks in for Kentrell Garnett, another Lafayette product here from Lafayette High.
Came back home after spending part of his early college career at Sam Houston State. Quick kick back across the court. Unable to get the bounce is Smith. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It will belong to the Jaguars.
Louisiana went back to a man-to-man, and you're right, that was a great pass. A lot of times when you attack one side of the court, help defense comes over, and really good guards can find shooters on the other side. That was a nice pass, just unable to knock it down.
Drive by Chandler. He'll put it back into the hands of Franklin. Tough shot put up. Michael Thomas, one of the littlest guys on the floor, comes away with the rebound. And he will take it inside again. Tried to leave it for Akuba, but Franklin had good defensive position that time.
Yeah, a little bit of a force that time. They'll call a block. A nice job by Cadwell there, taking the charge. And now South Al changes defenses. They're in a 2-3 matchup zone.
Thomas and Cadwell out front. Cadwell, sophomore from Houston, Texas. Thomas looks for the drive again, leaves it for Dalcourt. They go inside to Akuba. He gets banged around some. Back to Cadwell for 3, and he hits it. Yuri Cadwell, only 4 for 20 outside the arc this year. Nails that one.
So what happens when you have a good big man there going to double and triple team you that time, and in the zone, Akuba does a great job of finding the weak side guard who was wide open, and Cadwell knocks it down. Jordan Brown may have injured his shoulder, asking to come out. We'll have to keep an eye on that as he headed back down the court.
Spin move by Manning. He'll kick it over on the side. Back out front to Gonzalez. 5 on the shot clock. They go back to Gonzalez. He gets the opening for 3, but can't get it to go. Akuba gets the rebound.
Great defense that time, and Louisiana a great rebounding team, especially on the defensive end with 40 rebounds a game, second in the Sun Belt Conference.
And 29th nationally as far as rebounding. 3 ball by Dalcourt. Ooh, in and out, no good. Spun all the way around. Pretty heated Sun Belt rivals in several different sports.
No doubt, had a chance to play in both of those conferences, as a matter of fact, Dan, in the American South and when we joined in the Sun Belt.
That just shows your age. Brown misses the short jumper. Drive inside, a lot of contact, and no foul called. Akuba gets the rebound.
Akuba jumped straight up, kept both hands in the air, and actually the contact was initiated by Jaguars, so no call.
Brian Ayu, who checked in during the timeout, took it all the way inside. Brown with the rebound. He'll kick it out to Dalcourt for 3. That won't go. Another offensive rebound for Brown. The spin move, tried to dunk it away, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. Cajuns have been a factor on the offensive glass so far in this one.
Definitely controlling that paint. You can see Brown with an offensive rebound and tries to finish over the entire Jaguar team, but does draw the foul. He'll head to the line. Boy, he has been active early, points and rebounds for Coach Moreland's squad. Franklin's first foul as Brown goes to the line. Just a 66% free throw shooter, misses the first one. You see the dunk attempt, and Franklin coming over the back as Brown misses the first. Had 8 quick points in this one. Second free throw is up and good. Cajuns with their biggest lead at 11 points. The Jaguars have not scored in a while, almost 3 minutes. They're only 1 of their last 9 field goal attempts. They've gotten some pretty good looks, nothing falling, but you got to give a lot of credit to the Louisiana defense. Here's Lance Thomas with the long 3 ball. AU runs down the rebound. And again, probably not the shot Coach Riley wants. Quicken the shot clock, but Louisiana doing a nice job again of rebounding on the defensive end. South out in the zone. 2-3 matchup. AU will run the point where he was expected to be all year long. He's fought some tough injuries. Akuba down low. He'll kick it back out to AU. 5 on the shot clock, but he'll leave it for Akuba. Can't get it to go. Brown tried to dunk it home. Akuba came away with the rebound again. Again, blocked away. Nice block by Lance Thomas. Cajuns come up with it one more time, and it is physical inside. Some referees in the stands want some fouls called, and referees aren't calling them right now. Nice pass. Pass across court to Dalcourt. Teardrop shot, no good. Another offensive rebound, but it was really bang, bang. And I think he wants some more fouls called in general, as they're really letting both teams bang. And man, Louisiana doing a great job on the offensive glass. Even on the free throw, they almost got one. A little tip action. Kuba misses the free throw on the 1-and-1. Jags with a chance to cut into this lead.
They've gone almost 4.5 minutes now without a basket, and that's going to continue as that three-pointer is missed by Thomas, and Brown has the board. AU over to Dalcourt, back to AU. Tried the wraparound, gets it knocked away. Manning will leave it for Jones. He'll take it all the way to the hole and score. That breaks a 4-minute, 31-second scoring drought for South Alabama.
Yeah, and you don't want to turn the ball over against this team because they got guys that can get down the court in a hurry with or without the basketball, and a nice finish that time by Jones in transition.
6 turnovers for the Cajuns, only 2 for the Jaguars so far. AU will leave it for Julian right in front of the Jaguar bench. Julian job, especially on the defensive end, banging people around.
He sure did. Louisiana back in their man-to-man offense. They'll set some high ball screens. There's a ghost screen that time.
Cajuns themselves have now missed their last 5 shots from the field. Gonzalez inbounds, puts it in the hands of Manning. He's got a big size advantage on Dalcourt with the kick across past to Gonzalez, and he hits another 3. 2 trays for the product of Rio de Janeiro.
A little too much help that time as the entire Louisiana defense was on the other side of the court.
J.J. Chandler is going to... Oh, sorry about that. It's going to be Frank away from the ball, really picking up the foul. The foul inside, you saw it on the left hand of the screen, because Chandler, had he picked up that foul there, that was going to be his 3rd. So the Jags with a little bit of a break, even though Brown's going to go to the line.
The zone for Coach Riley's Jags kind of has disrupted Louisiana's offense. They're still trying to go inside, but you got more guys you can double with, and a lot of times the weak side 3 is open, as Louisiana was able to knock one of those down. Greg Williams back in, and Kobe Julian does head to the bench with those 2 fouls.
Brown's free throw, all fire, no good. Cajuns only 3 out of 6 at the line so far in this one. The Jags have a chance to cut what was an 11-point deficit down to 4 or maybe even 3. Gonzalez will leave it. Baseline jumpers put up. That's no good by Jones. Brown with another rebound. AU thought he had a path to the basket. He'll pull it back out. And a foul's going to be called again. It's going to be away from the play. And I think that Marshall Kearing picked up a foul trying to cut off Jordan Brown.
Yep, Jordan Brown heads to the block. They went to the corner, and then they were going to try to go one-on-one, isolate Brown down low. Too much contact and a foul on Kearing. Brown back to the line.
Brown just 1 for 3 at the line so far tonight. He's got 9 points. Came in shooting 66% from the free throw line. Gets this one to go. He's got double figures already with 10. He's also got 8 rebounds already, so he is very close to a double-double. We've still got 4 minutes in the half.
In for the Cajuns, number 3, Trajan Wesley.
Trajan Wesley is going to check back in as AU goes out, trying to give AU spotty minutes as he continues to recover from just a bunch of nagging injuries.
And a fresh Trajan Wesley is not bad either. He gets a couple of minutes to rest, and that's his game, explosiveness and speed.
Chandler on the drive, puts up the short jumper. That's no good. Brown has another rebound. That's 9. Quickly down court. They'll get it to Joe Charles, but he stepped a goal in over 5 minutes. Still have the 8-point advantage as the Jaguars will inbound. Quickly down court to J.J. Chandler. He's able to run it down, and now the Jags will set things up. Go back to Manning, the big size advantage over Wesley if they try to take advantage there. And the Cajuns now in a little bit more of a zone look. Kick to Manning in the corner. His 3 ball is up. That is all firing, and it's going to go out of bounds. It will belong to Louisiana.
Out of bounds.
And Louisiana living up to guarding the 3-point line this year. They sit atop the Sun Belt, holding opponents to just 28.6% from behind the 3-point line. I'm anxious to see those numbers and see where they are.
Cajuns also have 9 offensive rebounds in this game, but they also now have 9 turnovers as they turn it over again. Cajuns try to steal it back as Charles with some quick hands, but couldn't control it.
And great hustle and defensive transition as they turn it over against the zone, but you see 5 white jerseys sprinting back, and Joe Charles able to get a piece of it and almost come up with a steal.
Deontay Smith checking back in for South Alabama. It will be Tyrell Jones running the point. Finds a gap, and he'll put up the teardrop shot up and good. Tyrell Jones had not played since back in mid-November. Out of action since the 2nd game of the year. But he's got 4 points early in this one.
Yeah, Gonsalves comes across like he's going to set a ball screen, and a little miscommunication there by Louisiana, and an easy one for Jones.
Wesley almost threw it away, but Garnett's able to run it down. Leave it for Williams, and now Brown out the top of the key. He'll leave it back for Williams. He'll launch the 3 ball. That rolls out no good. Jones has the rebound. Quickly on the drive. Cross-court pass almost knocked away, but Gonsalves comes up with the free ball.
That's a foul.
And an offensive foul is going to be called. I think it's going to be on Jones. Nope. Check that. It's on Gonsalves. That's his first.
Yeah, they ran the same play actually, and Jones, instead of coming to the right, went back to his left, and you can see Gonsalves comes into the picture right there, yet just trips Wesley and picks up the foul.
That's the 10th team foul on the Jaguars. Obviously not a shooting foul, but from here on out, any foul for the last minute and 45 seconds will be a 2-shot foul.
Coach Riley staying in that 2-3 zone, which has definitely disrupted Louisiana's offense.
Wesley looking for a penetration, now gets it almost knocked away. It's going to be knocked into the backcourt, but only 3 on the shot clock. Williams on the drive, puts up the teardrop, can't get it to go. Shot clock went off, but the Jags had the rebound anyway, coming back the other way. Smith on the drive, off glass, no good, but he gets his own rebound. And a second chance for the Jags. As Jones sets things up with just over a minute left in what has been a physical and fun to watch first half. Manning on the drive. Takes the extra step, gives it off to Smith. His 3 ball right at the shot clock is no good, but an offensive rebound and another chance for South Alabama.
Kearing actually got position that time on the weak side. Comes up with that offensive rebound for the Jags.
Manning, a tough shot this time, draws the foul, and he will go to the line. Fouls on Joe Charles. That's his first. It's just the 6th team foul on Louisiana, but in the act of shooting, Manning will go to the line. 79% free throw shooter this year.
As he spun back, Joe Charles wasn't far from the ball and has to reach and actually trip him as he makes his first free throw.
Gets the first one to roll around and drop in. He's got 5 points now, averaging 17.5 a game. Leading scorer in the Sun Belt. Second one, not as quite as much of a problem there.
12-second difference, so Louisiana cannot hold it for the last one. But they need to try to get something against this zone, and they're going to look for Jordan Brown inside, and there's a couple of blue jerseys around him.
Garnett, and now a foul away from the ball. And they might have just caught Kearing with his 2nd foul. Nope, check that. That's his 3rd foul.
And he'll head to the bench as Thomas checks back in for him.
The junior from Perth, Australia, product of State College of Florida. Joe Charles will be at the free throw line. Oh, no, check that. Jordan Brown will be at the line. 3 for 5 there so far in this one.
You can see Louisiana sent Greg Williams to the corner to the right of Garnett, which makes it 1-on-1 inside, and Kearing just holding Brown, not letting him get to his spot to post up as Duguay checks back in for Charles.
Brown now with 12 points. Make that 13. 4 for 6 at the line. He puts the Cajun lead back up at 6 as Jags looks like they will wait for one. As Manning has it out front. Williams guarding from about 10 feet away. He'll kick it cross court to Lance Thomas. His three ball's not there. Duguay has the rebound. Sun Belt Conference scheduling as Gonzalez will inbound it. He'll put it into Charles Manning's hands. Manning had 6 points in the first half after coming in averaging 17. He'll probably be a key here in the second half, and he's going to take it inside quickly, and quickly Akuba rejects it. And Julian on the drive. The block, can't get the shot to go, but he'll draw the foul, and quickly Kobe Julian will be going to the free throw line.
Akuba, one of the best shot blockers in the country, definitely one of the best in the Sun Belt. As you see Kobe Julian in transition, almost finishes, but he'll go to the line and shoot two.
Julian only a 58% free throw shooter this year, coming off a 17-point game against Texas State on Saturday. Gets the first one to go.
Kobe Julian, a pretty good shot blocker himself, as Akuba averages 1.6, Brown 1.5, and Julian 0.9. That's 4th, 5th, and 11th in the Sun Belt blocking shots.
Julian's 2 free throws makes it an 8-point game. Louisiana led by as many as 11 with just over 7 minutes left in the first half. The Jaguars cut it to 4 a couple of times. And now on the drive, penetration of the basket, blocked from behind by Brown. On the shot attempt put up by, I think it was Anderson who drove in, who gets the start here in the second half. It goes out of bounds. It will belong to Louisiana.
Great help defense again as Brown from behind blocks the shot, and the ball does go off of the Jaguars, and Louisiana will take over possession here against the man-to-man defense of South Allen.
Wesley looking inside, now looking for somebody to give it up to Williams with 10 on the shot clock. Julian outside. He'll take it on a tough drive, shot off glass, no good, but offensive rebound, Akuba puts it back home. Akuba now with 6 points.
And that's huge to have Brown on one side, setting a pick and roll, paying a lot of attention to him. They can't finish, but that weak side rebound by your other 6'11" puts it in.
Ball fake inside, nice drive, and a big time putback by Franklin. He's got 6 points. And a rare offensive board for the Jags. They struggled there in the first half. Wesley on the drive. Takes it inside against those guys about a foot taller. He gets his first bucket.
Franklin was there on defense, and the 5'9" rises up, and he's able to finish. Almost a turnover that time. Bad pass.
Gonzalez is able to run it down. Manning being guarded by Williams. Nice cut inside. Reverse is not there, but again put up and tipped home by Franklin. He's got 2 quick buckets here in the second half.
That was a nice find on the cut right there, and again help comes over to try to take away the easy basket. Easy offensive rebound for Franklin.
Williams almost trapped in the corner, gets it back out front. Julian will go back to Wesley at the top of the key. Now Julian again on the drive, trying to leave it for Akuba. Gets it knocked away, fast hands by the Jaguars. And Anderson comes up with it. Drive and a rare 2-point basket by Caio Gonzalez. He's got 8.
And that's a nice play. Scouting report says run him off the line, get to him and contest his 3-point shooters because he can't shoot the basketball. And that's a nice play by 6'8" there on the move.
3 ball from the corner, in and out, no good by Julian, but it's going to go out of bounds and belong to the Cajuns. Gonzalez has 43 field goals this year. 39 of them are outside the arc.
Looks like Coach Riley in the first half was allowing passes to go to the block to Akuba and to Brown. Here in the second half, they're denying a lot more, not letting him get the ball inside, and it's forcing Louisiana to shoot outside jumpers. There's Julian with an attempt, unable to make it. But again, 2 6'11s crashing the offensive glass. They'll maintain possession.
Wholesale substitutions for the Jags. Inbounds pass looking for Brown. Stolen away, going the other way, and the easy one putting it away is J.J. Chandler for his first bucket. Chandler came in averaging almost 15.5 points. Did not score in the first half. Julian on the drive, gets it knocked away, but Akuba with the offensive rebound, and he'll draw the foul. And Kearing might have just picked up his fourth. Nope, it's not on him. It's on Manning, and that's his first foul.
And if you can't get it inside from a pass, go up there and get the offensive rebound. You can see Epp hack across the arm after Akuba comes down with it.
Second team foul on the Jags early, and now another quick foul. And this time it's J.J. Chandler on the hole trying to hold on the inbounds pass, and that's his third.
Yeah, trying to get Brown on the ball side block, and he's just holding him, not letting him get to the spot. As Louisiana trying to execute here into their own basket.
Tried to get it inside to Akuba, knocked away out of bounds again, and again it will stay with Louisiana. South Alabama doing a good job defending under its own bucket.
They really are. We've seen Louisiana, and Coach Marlin has a lot of good plays under the basket. And there's an easy one.
Inside to Akuba. He'll draw the foul. Almost blocked from behind as Tyrell Jones is about giving up about, no, check that, it was Deontay Smith coming in. Still, no, it was on Tyrell Jones, his first foul. And he's given up about 10 inches there. Almost got the block from behind, but ended up getting the foul. Akuba with the basket.
Yeah, still a little confusion on who the foul was on. It is 0, but I think they switched there, and he ended up on him, and he came from behind to try to block it. But Akuba's that close, that strong, he's going to finish.
Akuba finishes off the three-point play. He's got 9 points.
The full court pressure that time by the Raging Cajuns. Again, they feel like they have the depth on the bench to try to wear out South Alabama.
Manning in the corner to Jones. He'll kick it back out to Manning. Chandler tries to drive, gets it to Manning. He'll kick it back out again. Good ball movement so far. Nice little bank shot put up by Gonzalez, and he's got 2 baskets inside the arc.
Hey, if they're going to run you off the line, you got to be able to finish. And that time, a nice kiss off the glass as Louisiana was in that 2-3 zone. Now South Allen a 2-3 zone, and they're going to double Brown.
Williams will launch the 3 ball. That's all fired, but Akuba with yet another offensive rebound. Gets it back to Williams. To Brown tonight. Road teams winning in both of those games. In fact, in every game other than ours here, the road team has either won or is ahead. We'll check back in on Troy and ULM when we get the chance. Here, Cajuns lead by 5. Jags with the basketball, a chance to cut into that lead. Cajuns have led by as many as 11. Manning going on the drive. Tough shot. Gets the basket and draws the foul. Akuba picks up his first foul. But Manning just an athletic move that time. And comes up a little gimpy. And he's trying to walk it off as he might have come down awkwardly on that angle, on one of those ankles. Actually, it wasn't Manning that came up limping. It was Javon Franklin who might have gotten rolled up in all the hubbub under the basket.
Akuba came over, and he's not going to take a charge. He's going to try to block a shot, and Manning gets his body into his, and he's able to finish, but not able to finish the 3-point play as he misses the free throw.
8 points now for Manning as it's a 3-point game, as close as it's been since early in the first half. Wesley to Julian. Back out front to Wesley. He'll stop and take a tough shot. All fired, no good. Good defense by Jones, and he comes away with the rebound quickly the other way. Knocked away, though, by Wesley. Cajuns coming the other way. They'll kick it back to Williams and back to Wesley. A lot of contact on both ends the last trip. This time Brown inside. Short on the little turnaround. Chandler comes away with it, puts it back into the hands of Jones.
Good defense by Franklin on that end. Now a 3.
Good. Nothing but bottom for Charles Manning, as he's got 11, and we are tied. Jags have made their last 5 field goal attempts. Long 3 ball by Kobe Julian. He's got 7.
Big basket right there. Louisiana in desperate need of a bucket, and Kobe Julian just said, I got this against a 2-3 zone. He steps out a little bit further behind that three-point arc, and he's able to knock it down.
That's only the second perimeter shot the Cajuns have made in the ball game. Everything else has been in the paint.
Louisiana back to man-to-man as they spend a couple of possessions in zone.
Cross-court pass and hitting another one. Caio Gonzalez with his third three-pointer in the ball game. He's got 13. He's already almost doubled his average, 7.5.
And that's why Coach Marlin and his staff wants the Raging Cajuns to run him off the three-point line. It's a great penetration by Jones and finds the weak side shooter. Here's Julian again.
Julian, a tough three-pointer from the corner. That's not there. Akuba draws the foul on the rebound. Gonzalez picks up his third foul, and Akuba will shoot a pair.
South Al staying in the 2-3 zone, and sometimes if the bottom of that zone doesn't come out, your corner threes are open. That time they do come out, which allows Theo Akuba to get an offensive rebound and get to the line for 2.
61% on the year, 3 out of 4 so far tonight. That one's well off iron, no good. Cajuns as a team now 10 out of 14 as Thomas and Garnett both check in. Wesley and Williams will get a break.
Also checking in.
Duguay will also come in, and Jordan Brown will get a break.
Coach Marlin feeling like his bench is a little deeper. The roster, the depth is definitely there. The Raging Cajuns have 30 or more points against reserves 4 separate times this year. That's the bench scoring 30 points. That's huge at the Division I level.
Akuba now in double figures. He's got 10 points. The Jags with a chance to take their first lead since they held a 1-point edge early in the first half. They'll leave it for Manning. The teardrop shot of the lane is up and good. Charles Manning has got 7 here in the second half as he's starting to take control for the Jags.
Jones is outstanding. 6'1", transfer from Auburn out of Chicago, Illinois, doing a great job of running this offense for Coach Riley.
Kick out to Garnett for 3. Kentrell Garnett with his first attempt, and he's got his first basket.
And that's great offense and great execution by the Raging Cajuns. They attack one side, the right side of the court, brings the defense over, and a great pass by Thomas to find Garnett for 3.
Chandler on the drive, stop and take the left-hander. That is off iron, and Akuba has the rebound.
Great defense by Julian that time, playing defense, contesting the shot without fouling, and Akuba with a defensive rebound.
10 points and 9 rebounds for Akuba, so he's a board away from a double-double. Brown already has his, 13 points, 10 rebounds.
South Al staying in that zone. You see the 2 guys at the top, the guards, picking up and trying to get deflections against bigs. They look for Garnett again.
Gay with the little ball fake, and he'll take it off glass for his second basket.
That's great execution. You run a play for Garnett to get him a 3 right where he hit it from the last time. The defense comes out, and you're able to dump it down to Duguay with the kiss off the glass.
Franklin at the top gives it off to Manning. He'll take it on the drive again. Tried the wraparound pass. Loose ball. Thomas comes away with it. Goes to Akuba. Rather to Julian. Can't get the layup to go. Tough shot. Gonzalez comes away with the board. Quickly the other way. And Franklin, the snowbird dunk on the other end. Franklin's now got 10 points.
A few highlight dunks. Man, he can get up.
Gay goes out to Thomas. He'll launch the 3. That's going to come up short. Jags with the rebound. Coming the other way, 2-on-2. Taking it inside. Blocked away by Akuba. Secondary defense.
I think Thomas got away with a foul that time as Jones gets to the rim.
Thomas can't get it to go. Franklin comes away with it. Again, coming 2-on-1. Manning gets it to York. Second one, though, is short. And Gay has the rebound.
And South Al staying in the zone. You can see it's a 2-3 where the 2 guys up at the top will match up with the guards, and the bottom comes out to take the wing until the guard can get there. And boy, Brown wants it inside.
Almost knocked away, and it's going to go out of bounds. No, a foul's going to be called on Manning. He might have gotten a piece of Kentrell Garnett for his second foul. And that is now 6 team fouls on the Jaguars. So the Cajuns will be shooting in the bonus for over 10 minutes in this one. Wesley goes back to Cadwell, who checked back in during the timeout. Back in the corner, drive by Gay. He'll kick it back out to Wesley as he'll take the teardrop up and gets the roll. Trajan Wesley with his second basket.
Great execution, moves the defense side to side. They get a little too wide up there at the top, and Trajan Wesley splits them, and he does finish with a nice floater in the lane. Oh, backdoor.
Kearing on that backdoor, gets it to Manning, and well done that time offensively, and Manning will go back to the line as Kentrell Garnett called him with his first foul.
At the line for 2 shots for the Jaguars, number 21.
Manning was 6 out of 16 from the field, 6 out of 8 from the line, and the win over Georgia Southern on Saturday. He also had 3 assists to go with the 19 points. He played 38 minutes in that game. And he had to pick up a lot of the backcourt slack when Tyrell Jones was injured early in the year, and the Jags lost Greg Parham for the rest of the year.
Yeah, losing a guy like Jones, who pretty much runs your offense with some experience playing in the SEC at Auburn. He's back and he's playing well for the Jags.
Gay back out to Wesley. Garnett will stop and take the jumper and hit it. That was inside the arc. Garnett's got 5.
Same thing, no spot-up threes for Garnett, who shoots a high percentage from behind the three-point arc, but he's able to shot fake that time, get to a spot from 2 and finish.
Jones inside finds the open man. Kearing found a seam in the defense, gets his first basket. Kearing only averages about 4 points a game.
Gonsalves came over again and faked that screen, call that a ghost screen, getting Jones downhill.
Julian, deep 3, bounces off iron. Chandler has the rebound, tried to come back quickly. 3 ball right in front of the bench by Tyrell Jones, and he hits it. He's got 7 in his return to action. Just like that, the Jags lead by a pair.
Coach Riley got to be fired up to see that guy back on the court playing like that. Been very, very impressed with Mr. Jones in the backcourt for the Jags.
Garnett back over to Wesley. Now to Brown, driving the baseline, leaves it for Gay, but it's knocked away. Gay comes up with it, but only 3 on the shot here in this half. That's still a little bit of improvement from the first half when they really struggled against that zone in the last 10 minutes of the first half. 2 out of 7 outside the arc. It's Jaguar basketball leading by 2, and a foul's going to be called away from the ball.
Garnett.
Kentrell Garnett picks up his second foul of the half. That's 5 team fouls on Louisiana.
Yeah, Chandler with a face cut right there, and Garnett didn't jump to the ball. As soon as that ball moved over as a defensive player, he's got to jump to the basketball to avoid that cut.
Chandler with the jumper on the baseline and hits it. J.J. Chandler averages 15 a game, didn't score in the first half, has 4 here in the second. Julian out to Garnett. He'll launch the 3, but that's way off iron. Manning has the rebound. The Jags can add to a 4-point lead. Manning with the ball fake, taking it inside, off glass, he'll score. Tough move inside. He's got 12 in the second half.
Tough move is right, and he sells the shot fake at the top of the key, gets Kobe Julian to jump, and he goes right down the middle of the lane with a sweet finish off the glass.
9-0 run for South Alabama. Got 4 minutes left. Inbounds pass is going to be knocked away. Jags come up with the loose ball. Kearing, and here it comes the other way. Manning on the other end. Outran the defense. The Jags on a huge run right now. That makes it an 11-0 run.
Those turnovers will kill you. A lot of times you cannot get your defense set when you turn over the basketball, and that time the turnover out of bounds underneath.
Julian will take the jumper in the lane. That's not there. Brown tried to tap it in. Kearing came away with the defensive board. Cajuns have missed their last 4 shots from the field. They haven't scored in almost 3 minutes. Jaguars on a 13-2 run, also 11-0. Manning on the drive, leaves it inside for Kearing, and he's got his second bucket. And it's now a 13-0 run for the Jaguars.
That's a great find by Manning as he drives to the basket. And he's actually asking for a blow right now. He's playing so hard, he's going to need to take a few minutes before the home stretch.
Manning's got 4 assists to go with everything else as AU cross-court pass gets it into the hands of Thomas. 10 on the shot clock. Thomas on the drive, the Dalcourt on the drive. AU will shoot the 3. That's off. Akuba has the rebound, and he draws the foul.
This 2-3 zone has been very effective. These guys are so long and they can get out to shooters, and there's still enough size inside to take Akuba and Jordan Brown away. That time, Akuba gets good position on the weak side and draws a foul.
Gonsalves just picked up his 4th foul as Manning is going to get a blow. 14 points in the second half. He probably needs a little bit of a break. Akuba will go to the line, 4-6 so far tonight. That's just about his season average. And somebody's in the lane too quick, and he's going to get another shot at it. Might have been Deontay Smith stepping in a step too quick.
Well, you can hear Coach Riley unhappy with that, man. Every point is so important. Let's see if it costs Alabama a couple here, South Al, and it might. There's one.
Akuba gets the first free throw to go. He'll have another. Jags have outscored the Cajuns 38-22. Now 38-23 here in the second half after scoring only 20 in the first half. Akuba's second free throw crawls in. He's got 12 points as Franklin's going to check back in, and Gonsalves with the 4 fouls will go out. 8-point South Alabama lead as Tyrell Jones against Cajun token pressure in the backcourt.
That little 2-2-1 press just to make them take some time to get it up. You're not really trapping yet. If they keep this lead, you'll see Louisiana try to trap and get steals a little bit later on when it gets close.
Jones working against the zone. 3 balls put up by Chandler, and he hits it. J.J. Chandler didn't score in the first half. He's got 7 here in the second half, and it is a double-digit South Alabama lead.
They're just playing with confidence right now, just feeling like they can make everything that they put up there. Louisiana trying to answer and trying to find
a long 3-ball by Julian.
I was going to say trying to find a way to attack this zone, but Kobe Julian says, I'll try to attack it with a deep 3, unable to knock it down.
Jaguars have made 17 of their 23 shots in the second half.
Now South Al in no hurry with the lead. Clock is on their side. They're going to run as much clock as they can, maybe get Jones going to the basket to finish. And now they've set the ball screen, and there he goes again, downhill.
He'll leave it for the driving Franklin, and he lays it home. Franklin's got 12.
That's a tough move right there and good execution by South Alabama.
Bob Marlin's going to take a timeout as things have gone nothing but south for his team over the last 5 minutes. An 18-2 run for the Jaguars. Quickly going to the only other game that's in action in the Sun Belt Conference tonight. 3 minutes left in this one. Arkansas State, which trailed for most of the game, trying to win a home game over UTA. Mavericks
have the lead. Here comes the full court pressure. Oh no, after they score, I'm sure full court pressure for the Raging Cajuns to try to get back in this game.
Greg Williams running the point. He's at the outside along with Dalcourt. In the corner to Julian. Thought about driving the baseline. Back to Williams. Dalcourt tried to find an opening. 10 on the shot clock. Julian on the drive. Stops, has to kick it back out. 3 on the clock. Tough 3-pointer by Williams. Not there, but it's going to go out of bounds. It will belong to the Jaguars. And Eric, the Cajuns just look really disjointed on offense right now.
The defense is there, man. These guys are so long. They get to shooters real quick. I think that's why Jalen Dalcourt's in the game.
And a foul's going to be called away from the ball. And Is on Jordan Brown. That's his first foul. 6th team foul on Louisiana. So from here on in, the Jaguars will be shooting in the 1-and-1. And now a little discussion just to keep things under control. Jason Baker, one of our officials, stepping in quickly just in case.
It's been an intense game, but a pretty clean game. Both teams really getting after it.
Manning on the inbound. They'll bring it back out. Jags will run a little more shot clock, and why not?
No doubt they'll make Louisiana extend their defense. You see Kobe Julian having to come all the way out.
South Alabama's made its last 8 field goals.
Then they'll go with something downhill. And they just leave him wide open for
Three ball put up by Deontay Smith, his first basket of the ball game.
Shooting's contagious, Dan. When you see a couple of your teammates knocking down shots, you want to do the same thing. And Jordan Brown was a little late on that closeout.
They were confused too.
Dan's supposed to play when the other team shoots free throws, right?
Garnett's only shot 7 free throws all year. He's 5 out of 7. But of course, he's one of the conference's leading 3-point shooters, shooting 49% outside the arc this year. He's got 6 now. And the one thing the Jaguars do not want is for the Cajuns to score without any time going off the clock.
That's exactly right. I know Coach Riley was not happy with that technical. I'm not sure what it was about, but 2 points. Clock is not running. Now Louisiana will get to inbound the ball underneath their own basket.
Come back out to Garnett. For Smith, that was his 2nd foul. 3 balls put up by Jordan Brown. Brown, 5 out of 14 outside the arc this year. That's his first basket of the 2nd half.
That's great execution right there, too, as they set a screen on the weak side, and Jordan Brown pops out to the right wing and knocks it down. Nothing but net.
Brown's got 16 points to go with 10 rebounds. Tyrell Jones in no hurry, working against Greg Williams. Gets the screen, tries to drive inside, now kicks it in the corner, and nailing the 3. Cajun softball coach right here courtside. His team will kick it off in just a little bit over 2 weeks.
You know, a lot of people are excited about that softball program, and Coach Glasgow putting a great team together this year.
Long 3 ball by Brown, and he gets the roll. Cajun softball 22 days from its opener, and they're ranked 22nd in the country. And this one's coming into midcourt. Franklin was the target as he beats the timeline.
I'm not sure we were going to say that this year, but Jordan Brown heating up from 3. 2 big threes by the big fella.
Manning in no hurry as he works against Greg Williams. Manning's got 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and he leaves it inside. The slam home by Franklin. He's got 10 in the 2nd half. Jaguars have made 21 of their 27 field goal attempts after halftime, and that's after going 7 for 30 in the first half. Brown with the baby jumper, he hits it. Brown with 8 quick points in the last couple of minutes, but it might not be too little too late, as the Jags still leading by 11. And it might be to the point that Louisiana has to start giving up some fouls.
They go one more trip here, see if they can't get a stop. But Manning and Jones doing this, attacking the basket. Oh, unable to finish that time.
Leaving that one short. Brown has the rebound.
Manning limping back as he's jogging down the court. May have pulled something as he went up.
Brown goes to the floor. Free ball goes the other way. Knocked away, though. Alert play by Thomas. And now it's going to be out of bounds and will belong to Louisiana. Jags had a wide open opportunity to go the other direction and get the easy layup.
Manning's hurt at half court, and he's grabbing that left knee. That young man's all right. He'll head to the bench.
Vinny DiCarlo, the trainer for South Alabama, jumping out there quickly. He was also Coach Richie Riley's trainer at Nicholls State. Thomas outside as we're inside a minute. Drive inside by Dalcourt. Gets the layup to go. Jalen Dalcourt's first basket of the ball game. A 9-point game with 50 seconds left. Cajuns steal the inbounds pass. Dalcourt will launch the 3 ball and hit it. Dalcourt Hopefully there's nothing seriously wrong that he can hurt any worse. They will get the ball into Manning, and it's knocked away by Dalcourt, but it'll be out of bounds, and it will remain South Alabama basketball. There's only a couple of tenths ticked off clock.
Great defense here as 4 guards are in the game along with Duguay, and they are trying to deny, trying to get steals right here. They make sure the shot clock is correct. They need to try to get another steal and a quick basket right here, and then maybe foul, send South Alabama to the free throw line.
Cajuns defending the inbounds. Thomas chasing Jones, trying to catch him at half court, and now Dalcourt will reach in and he'll draw the foul. And Tyrell Jones, who has not played again since the 2nd game of the year, making his return tonight and made an impact, and not just because of the 7 points.
He was a 4-star recruit out of Chicago, Illinois. Went to Auburn, played a couple of years there. Well, I know Coach Riley's happy to have this guy, this point guard at 6'1", 186 pounds, back in the lineup.
6 assists and 5 rebounds to go along with the 7 points in 26 minutes. As Duguay checks out and Julian checks back in. Jones, 75% this year. He's only 3 out of 4. He only played in 2 games.
Yeah, Julian back in to maybe knock down a deep 3-pointer, as they will need a quick basket here. 5-second differential between game clock and shot clock.
Jones hits both of the free throws. He's got 9 points. Quickly the Cajuns come the other way as South Alabama's guarding the 3-point line, and a foul's going to be called, and Jags really didn't want that.
No, that's a nice play by Thomas. He wanted to go to the wing, maybe try to get it to one of the 3-point shooters. As they extend out, he sees the gap, penetrates, and draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
It's a 1-and-1 for Thomas, as that's the 9th team foul on South Alabama. Thomas only 2 out of 3 this year, hasn't shot very many. And that one crawls out, no good. And Gonzalez has the rebound, and quickly he is fouled. Julian picks up his 3rd foul, and that's the 8th team foul on the Cajuns, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for Gonzalez, who has not missed this year. Of course, he's only shot 5.
Don't get fouled much when you stay behind that 3-point arc and shoot threes. Tonight he's actually made a couple of nice moves to the basket as Louisiana took away his 3-point shot.
3 3-pointers for Gonzalez. Throw is good. Julian has the rebound. Quickly to Dalcourt. Long 3 ball is all fired, no good. The run out, it wasn't there. They'll put it into Manning's hands as they almost lose it out of bounds. That's a turnover. Only took 0.6 of a second as Manning went flying toward the seating area. Dalcourt gets it into Dalcourt. He looks for the shot, puts up a tough 3, but draws the foul. Deontay Smith picks up the foul. Again, Louisiana can score with time not running off the clock.
Yep, right across the arm. You can't do that in that situation. You got to contest without fouling, and I think Coach Riley will take him out of the game after that foul.
Dalcourt, an 80% free throw shooter this year. He'll have 3 as he makes the first.
And pretty much 5 guards on the court for the Raging Cajuns, all denying, all playing good defense. They force that turnover. Looks like they're going to get points out of it.
Dalcourt makes the 3rd free throw. He'll have 8 points, and it will be a 5-point game still with less than 15 seconds left.
They'll try to get a steal on the inbounds and then have to foul. Make South Al win this one at the line.
Inbounds pass, and a foul's going to be on. Well, J.J. Chandler will be going to the line, as I think it was Dalcourt with his first foul.
Boy, he just missed that pass right there and then fouls right away. Not much time off the clock.
9th team foul, so it's still a 1-and-1. Chandler, 76% free throw shooter this year, has not gone to the line in this one. He'll have the 1-and-1. They'll be shooting in the two-shot bonus for any other free throw trips tonight, if there are any. First free throw is up and good by Chandler, and that was a big one for the Jags. This one will make it a 3-possession game, barring any crazy 4-point plays. Second free throw is also up and good by Chandler. He's got 9. Thomas quickly down court. He'll take it all the way to the hole and get the layup to go. But now only 7.7 left in a 5-point game. And quickly inbounds to Chandler, and he'll draw the foul, and he'll go back to the line.
South Al extended their defense that time to make Louisiana run some time off the clock. And when you do that, a lot of times guards that are quick and can finish around the basket can get to the rim and finish. And Thomas does just that. Take the 2 and then foul again.
Arkansas State did hang on to defeat UTA 75-70. So one team wins tonight in the Sun Belt. And it looks like that's going to hold this way as Chandler makes the first free throw. This one was pretty much definitely icing. Second shot is also up and good. 4 in a row for J.J. Chandler. As Thomas will stop and take the deep 3 ball almost off the glass. Man